Welcome everyone. We're diving into eGovDAO. It's basically about rethinking government systems using blockchain and decentralized structures.
Yeah, it's like taking the old clunky bureaucracy and giving it a fresh digital makeover, right?
Yep, exactly. So at its core, a DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. And that means it's a group of people running an organization without a central authority. Instead, everything operates on blockchain-backed smart contracts.
And because of that, every decision, transaction, and even funding is recorded publicly, which really boosts transparency.
Right, and that's a huge deal. Seeing how traditional government systems still operate on centralized setups with tons of paperwork and potential for corruption, eGovDAO promises to, cut out those middlemen.
Absolutely. It's like swapping out an outdated manual system for an automated digital one, ensuring that no single entity holds too much power.
Exactly. And what's also interesting is the membership aspect. There are generally two models, share-based and token-based. The share-based model requires a sort of gated entry and proposals, while the token-based one is more open since anyone can gain voting power by acquiring tokens.
Yeah, that's pretty dynamic.
Absolutely. It's like the traditional clubs versus modern digital communities. Speaking of dynamics, let's rewind a bit to the origin. Remember the DAO from 2016 on Ethereum? It was a groundbreaking experiment, raising millions via crowdfunding through smart contracts, but it also experienced that infamous hack that exposed vulnerabilities.
Right, that hack, where 3.6 million ETH was wrongly transferred, really set the stage for addressing security in these systems.
Yep, indeed. And while that incident was a major wake-up call, it also sparked further innovation, showing everyone that despite the risks, the transparency and collective governance can definitely outweigh the pitfalls when done correctly.
Definitely. Moving from that history to today's application in e-government, the idea is to harness blockchain's strengths to eliminate corruption, reduce bureaucratic delays, and make public service interactions more secure and efficient.
Exactly. Imagine every government decision, every record, every permit being logged on an immutable ledger. It would drastically reduce the risk of fraud or data tampering.
Absolutely, with real-time auditing and clear accountability, citizens could, easily track public spending and administrative decisions.
Totally. And one really cool concept is the smart permit, much like a legal contract that's automated. It could handle routine government operations with minimal paperwork.
Right, but don't you think that over-automating might sometimes lead to rigidity? What if an unexpected situation arises that the smart contract isn't designed to handle?
That's a fair point. However, the idea is that these contracts, while automated, are still updatable through community proposals and votes. So the system remains, flexible enough to evolve.
I see what you're saying.
And what's really appealing is the cost efficiency. Governments today spend millions on maintaining outdated IT systems. Shifting to a blockchain-based eGovDAO could cut costs while boosting efficiency.
It's like trading in a clunky manual filing system for a slick, automated one that practically runs on its own.
Exactly, that's the vision. Now, on the legal side, it's a bit complex. Since DAOs are still new territory legally, their classification varies by jurisdiction. Sometimes seen as a nonprofit, other times like a contractual arrangement.
And especially in places like the United States, where regulatory bodies like the SEC and Treasury are still figuring out how to handle these structures, that poses a challenge.
Right, but that regulatory uncertainty also opens up, a space for innovative governance models that could eventually help restore public trust in government.
Definitely, because by providing real-time tracking and a high level of transparency, eGovDAO could not only streamline processes, but also help rebuild credibility among citizens.
That's a key point. And think about decision-making. In traditional setups, a few people call the shots. With a DAO, every member gets a voice through proposals and votes. It's real democratization in action.
Exactly, almost like every citizen is directly participating in governance, which is revolutionary if you think about it.
Yes. And this approach could reduce the risk of corruption significantly. In a system where every transaction, every decision is out in the open, it's much harder for under-the-table dealings to go unnoticed.
Really promising indeed. But there's also the challenge of public acceptance. People are used to traditional ways of doing things and might be hesitant about inviting new technology into government systems.
True, but once citizens start seeing the benefits, like far quicker services, fewer errors, and enhanced security, that hesitation is likely to fade.
It's like switching from a rotary phone to a smartphone. There's a learning curve, but the benefits are undeniable.
Absolutely. And with token-based memberships, imagine the empowerment. Citizens can actually have direct voting power over important administrative decisions, enhancing engagement.
Yep, it's such a neat twist on participatory democracy. Every vote would be permanently recorded on blockchain, making the whole process transparent and incorruptible.
Completely. But just to play the devil's advocate a moment, while the technology promises great security, it's not completely invulnerable. Cyber attacks, even on blockchain, require vigilant oversight.
Absolutely. No system is 100% foolproof. There will always be trade-offs between innovation and risk, and continuous monitoring will be essential.
Exactly. A balanced approach is key. So, summing it up, eGovDAO represents a big step towards a more efficient, transparent, and secure form of government by leveraging blockchain and smart contracts.
It's a transformation that could reinvigorate public trust by cutting out bureaucracy and ensuring every decision is made in the open.
Yep. And while challenges like legal uncertainty and public adaptation remain, the potential for better resource management, cost savings, and overall improved governance is truly
Indeed, a
exciting.
revolutionary approach for the digital age.